and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Rosebud Tarot. This is published by Weiser Books, and it is by Harper and Stilwell. Does it say their full names? Probably only on the guidebook. Hold on. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's by Amanda Lee Stilwell and Diana Rose Harper. Are the creators of this particular deck. And it is published by Red Wheel Weiser Books. And I'm super excited. Weiser Books did send me this for the purposes of review. So a big thank you to them for sending me this to show on the channel. I'm really excited to get into this. This deck, I believe, used to be indie and they picked it up to be mass market. I'm excited. This is a collage deck, and I do like collage decks, but I'm very picky on the collage deck style. In the back here, it says, an archetypal dreamscape beckons. The exquisite images of the Rosebud Tarot offer a beguiling pathway into the tarot. Artist Amanda Stilwell, oh, it does say their names in the back. Wow, I'm blind. And author Diana Rose Harper present a mythopoetic experience of the tarot with fresh card interpretations and guidance for creating your own archetypal journey. So I'm really excited. So we're going to get into the deck, and then I have two particular oracles that I think would pair really nicely with this. So we're going to take a look at those later in the video. So it is a two-piece box. Inside it says, question what you think you know. We have the guidebook and we have the cards. Inside we have some roses. Now there was a plastic, was it plastic? Yeah, I think it was plastic around, or maybe it was paper. I don't remember. There was a thing around the cards. I took it off and put that in the recycling. Okay, so we have the guidebook. Love it. Okay, so the guidebook is small. It's cute. I really like the design. It's made with that waxy paper, which is pretty good. So it says, welcome to the Rosebud Tarot. Is there no table of contents? Okay, so there's no table of contents. You go right into the tarot deck. So it says, what is tarot? Basic tarot structure. Okay, so the suits go by the elements. Yeah, the elements, right? Yeah. Okay. Elements. I know they changed the quartz, but it doesn't say what they changed them to. Okay, so this is the Major Arcana, which is last in the deck. So we go by the numbered cards, like the minors first, then the major last. But the structure is the following. So we have number, title, in brackets says the Fool. What seems to be a little blurb about what's going on in the card. So it says, a young child with a serious face stands atop a rocky ledge. A blooming pink rose in one hand and butterfly wings emerging from her back. So this is a description of the card. A little more blurb about the card. We seem to have a poem and then upright and reverse keywords. And then it goes into the next card. So we do have some changes in the names, but it does give you the traditional name, which is nice, but also the numbers match. So if you know the numerology of the Major Arcana and you know which card is associated with what, you shouldn't have any issues in that regard. So we have numerology here, and everything seems to be together by numbers. So these are all the aces, all the twos, threes, fours, eights. So all the numbers are together, which is fine. Here we go on the section on the quartz. Okay. So curiosity would be the page. Velocity will be the knight. Generosity is the queen, and sovereignty is the king. Okay, perfect. So we do have a good understanding of that. And then they go into those, again, all elements together for each. Then we have an exercise for interpreting, for practicing interpreting the minors. And we have some spreads here. Cool. Look, nice big spread. And then, again, about the authors, creators. Perfect. So we'll read from the guidebook afterwards. We're going to go through the cards first. So these are the backs. Love the backs. So this is the King of Cups, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. Very strange. Love it though. So it seems like it's going in decreasing order. Or descending order, rather. 9. This is so cute. I love it. 6 of Cups. 5 of Water. It's very interesting. This place looks flooded. Looks like they're going through the water. I love that they're in a little field. The 2 of Cups. 2 people getting married. Then we have the Ace. King of Wands. Queen of Wands. Knight of Wands. And Page of Wands. 10. Very indicative of traditional 10 of Wands, in my opinion. 9. I'm sorry, I find this funny. 5 of Wands. Look at the 2 women fully dressed in very like these dresses. I'm sure they're wearing corsets underneath these things, and they look like they're fighting each other with the with whatever the wand is made out of. Let me look closer to see. Some kind of cane of some sort, like a, or maybe, I don't even know what this is actually. Let's see if the book says, let's see. The minors were kind of sparse, so maybe not. This is a 5, so let me go to the 5s. Here are 5s. No, it doesn't say. Just says fighting fire with fire creates clarity in the aftermath's ashes. Some kind of reed. It's some kind of plant reed they're using to fight. But I find this imagery so funny. Whoops. Or very celebratory, in my opinion. And that's interesting. 3 of Wands on Mars. Planning. Travel. Ace of Fire. King of Pentacles. Generosity. So Queen. Look at her with her dogs. So cute. Oh my god, the Knight of Pentacles is on a bull. Some of the imagery in this is hilarious. I love it. Okay, there's no differences between the top and bottom. Six. Is that Smirnoff? Oh my god. That is hilarious. What are the books? Can I see the books? Jean-Michel, I think it says, and then I can't read some of the others. Then we go in the swords. She has shears, gardening shears. Interesting. Okay. Definitely feels the vibes of 9 of Swords. So she lost one shear. The other one's in her hand. She's trying to like feel her way, I guess, but she has the blindfolds. And then we have the ace. Okay, now we're in the court, the major arcana, not the quartz. The world. Again, we're still in descending order. So we're starting at the end. Judgment. So judgment was changed to emergence. Sun. The moon. Ooh, interesting. The star. Very interesting how the star is fully clothed and the moon isn't. Usually, isn't it the opposite usually when there's people? I can't remember the traditional card. The Tower. The Devil. Mm-hmm. Yep, definitely feels devilish to me. Alchemy instead of Temperance, which I like. I like the name change because there's, in some cards, you can see the aspect of the alchemy with the mixing of fire and water. So then we have Death. The Hanged Up instead of the Hanged Man. Balance. The Wheel. The Seeker. Wait, the Seeker is the Hermit. Interesting. Strength. Chariot. Driving a car. The Lovers. The Professor for the Hierophant. The Elder for the Emperor. Right? The Life Giver for the Empress. The Witch for the High Priestess. Oh, I love that. Definitely looks witchy. And then the Mage for the Magician. And then lastly, for the Fool, we have the Youth. She's so stinking cute. Oh my god, I love her. I love her so much. She's so cute. Okay, in terms of cards. So in terms of tarot, actually it's shorter by a little bit. Wider than tarot. You can see the height in terms of this. That's the height. So it is smaller. So if you have smaller hands, you might like this deck because it's smaller. The cardstock, it's nice. Like, I have nothing to complain about the cardstock. Like, it's a match. Very nice. I really like it, actually. I'm sure this is gonna shuffle like a dream. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, let's shuffle this. Try to... Okay, let's see. Okay, so we'll read one major, one minor. So the Four of Swords. And then the Lovers. There you go. Okay. Okay, so let's read the fours. We're going to go to the fours. Four of Air, so this is the Four of Swords. We have necessary rest as the keyword. And then it says a quiet mind, a quiet body, a quiet time to recapture the quiet self. Very short, very to the point. I like that they have at least the keyword or like the key theme. The little poem thing is cute. Or I don't know what this is supposed to be. The little tiny blurb about it. And then we have the Lovers. which have 2 pages with them. Okay, the lovers. A pair of Victorian era bosom friends stands together in front of an intricately wrought arbor surrounded by pink roses, blooming strawberry plants, and forget-me-nots. Above them are fruit-bearing pear tree branches and a pair of snakes. Snakes are up here. You didn't see them. One of the friends carries a Valentine's card embossed with a white peony. There are those who say the very substance of the universe is nothing more and nothing less than love. The very fuel of being, the motivator behind all actions, the ties that bind, and even the sword that severs, all of it, love. An underground stream of feeds the wells of continuance, unseen until a bursting forth reminds us, yet again, without love, why bother? Upright, soul deep connection, love as a spiritual force, partnership within and without. Reversed, disunion, ignoring one's heart, disillusionment. So this is what I read. And this is what I read. Love the poem thing. I kind of wish that they had done this kind of structure for the minors as well. Even though I do like that all the minors are together, I wish there was just more information for the minors, especially with what's going on in the cards and things like that. Because I really do like the descriptions. I think they did a really good job for this side where they describe what's going on in the card. The poem thing is nice. The fun little touch. I do like when they do poems and things like that. And then the upright reversed meaning, like keywords. So yeah, I know that they probably wouldn't have had the amount of space to do at least a description of what's going on in the card where they talk about the symbols and things like that. But they still have a little, I guess, a little tiny poem, and they have a keyword for each. So I guess just that is enough, but it would have been nice if they added that little extra touch of talking about what's in the card and the symbology behind it. So yes, but for a cute little guidebook, it's still well done. Like, in my opinion, it's still well done. You still get enough information about the card to be able to interpret it, in my opinion. Love the cardstock, love the quality, love the collage style of this. I have 2 Oracle decks that I think would go really well with this particular deck. So let's change the view and take a look at that. The first deck that I was thinking is this one here. This is the Mary Magdalene Oracle by Megan Watterson and illustrated by Moon Juby. This is published by Hay House. And where's their logo? Hay House. I did get this from them for review, and I really love this deck. I think it was really well done. And I love the collage by Moon Juby. She does amazing work. So I thought that maybe this would go really well. I did talk about in my unboxing for this particular deck that I thought this deck would go really well with this one. So let's take a look. So we have the Anointed in between Judgment and the Six of Cups. That's interesting. It says, I rise with only more soul. Very interesting in terms of acceptance of here. And then we have nostalgia in terms of this. Nostalgia, past, things like that, past experience, things like that. So that's very interesting. Then we have the third power, which is humility is my greatest strength, in between the Sun and the Nine of Cups. Very interesting with humility. Humility goes well with the Sun, I think, but in terms of the Nine of Cups is like the wish card, wish fulfillment, things like that. So that's kind of interesting. But I do like the look of these so far together. Then we have the good. I am inherently good in between the moon and the tower. Very interesting. Especially with the tower. But I could say that, like, you are inherently good. I would say that you follow your intuition and the things that are within, even in times of great stress and chaos. Like, there's always a time to be good, even when things might not be good around you, is what I'm trying to say. Then we have the 7th power, which is anger is information, in between the 9 of air, which is the 9 of swords, and the star. Interesting. So you gain information from your emotions, especially your negative ones, which sometimes you can let get the better of you, but there's always ways to overcome them. You just have to have hope. Really love this actually together. This is amazing. Then we have the heart. I carry a cathedral within me, in between the Queen of Water and the Chariot. Then we have soul work. I am in service of love, in between the 3 of Cups and the Hermit. Very interesting. Definitely deep inner work. And then we have the 3 of Cups, which is typically a card of friendship and being with others. Okay, lastly, we have the soul. I am free, in between the 2 of Cups and the Magician. Interesting, because here there's a little message here where it says, I am not bound to anything, but the 2 of Cups is about connection. So you could say that while you're not bound, you have built a connection that will help you moving forward with the Magician. I really like these together. They actually look really well. Like, they look really nice, and mainly because there's like that black and white feature within the cards when there's people and things like that, which really goes well with this particular deck. So I really like the look of these together. So let's take a look at the next deck. Okay, so then we have the Coastal Curiosities. This is the pocket edition. This is by Lennox Reese. Apologies again if I mispronounced the surname. Lennox actually sent me this as a gift. Very nice of Lennox to do that. She is such a kind soul. And I thought that this particular deck, this Oracle deck, would pair really nice with the Rose Tarot as well, mainly because of the black and white features, because there are black and white features along with colored features in this particular deck. So I felt like it would go nicely. So we have here Lively in the center with the 4 of Wands and the Hierophant. Then we have Mend in between of Temperance and the 2 of Swords. Definitely interesting in terms of that. Mending, you want to mend. Then we have Loyalty in between Death and the Knight of Cups. In terms of the Knight of Cups, that's definitely, it feels more cohesive because you want to have loyalty in regards to the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is always that more romantic. But the Knight of Cups is definitely self-absorbed, in my opinion. So you want to have that loyalty with the Knight of Cups. In terms of Death, I don't know. I would have to think about that, but I really like this so far. Like, I love the look of this. Then we have Change in between the Hangman and the Page of Cups. Very interesting. Definitely these two go well together, because with with change, you want to change your perspective of things, right? Hanged Man is all about perspective and the acceptance of perspective and the acceptance of changing your perspective and to see things from a different point of view. With the Page of Cups, there's definitely that, as you say with the page, there's definitely that curiosity of that. So definitely goes well with change as well. Then we have Compassion in between two 10 cards. Interesting. We have the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups with Compassion in the center. I do actually really like that because we know that the 10 of Swords is typically about betrayal, typically associated with betrayal anyway. Obviously, both cards are about endings, coming to an end of the cycle in regards to Ace to 10. But I definitely really like this in regards to compassion being at the center, because the 10 of Cups is typically the family card in the sense of loving family, growth with family, whether that be your actual biological family or chosen family, whatever it may be, but it's about family. So you have betrayal, but also letting that go and moving forward. So the compassion is really, really good in that sense. Okay. Last one, we have Connect with the Emperor and the 7 of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, I do like this. And also there's that sense of like Victorian era. So I feel like these really go well together in that sense with the Victorian. This with the dog. I love it. We have the horse. Yeah, I really like these together. I think this is really well done. So those are my 2 picks from my collection to pair with this particular tarot deck. Let me know in the comments what deck you pair with the Rosebud Tarot. I'd love to know what you've been pairing with this particular tarot deck. And if you like these 2 particular pairings that I've shown. That was the Rosebud Tarot. Again, thank you so much to Weiser for sending me this deck my way so I can show it on the channel. I love this deck so much. It's so beautiful. I'm really, really into the artwork. And I think as a collage deck, it was really well done. And very unique, in my opinion, in terms of a collage deck. I find it very unique because it does stay within like a specific realm in terms of the artwork, with it being more of a Victorian black and white with the pops of color from the background and like the other elements. So I really do love that. Love the pairings I chose to go with this particular deck. And yes, let me know in the comments below what you think of this particular deck. I'd love to hear from you no matter what. I do thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it's greatly appreciated and helps me in the long run. Thanks so much, and I hope that you have a great day.